Hola mi gente bella y bienvenidos a mi canal. My name is Sandra if this is your first time here, and welcome to my channel. In this channel, I'll be speaking and you'll be learning about everything high-end or luxury candle making business tips. So, in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I got scammed on Alibaba. Yeah, I mean, I am a very big proponent of ordering stuff from Alibaba.com, but this is a scam and I am very upset that this happened because I took all the necessary precautions. I actually took all my steps, all my tips that I had in my previous videos about Alibaba.com, and I actually implemented them. But it's also things that you need to set in place in order for you to make sure that you don't get scammed and to make sure that you get the right vendor. So I'm not going to say that I'm not going to shop on Alibaba.com anymore because it is not true. I'm still going to purchase from them, but I think from now on I'm going to take more precautionary methods as opposed to I don't want to say that I skip a step. I think I didn't do this because I did not see the need for me to do it at that time. Let me just get onto the video as I am rambling on and on. Okay, so I had did a series in which it was a part 2 to it, where I had took you guys on a journey with me on how I find my supplier on Alibaba, and I specifically was looking for, did I say specifically or specifically? Well, whatever. I was looking for a diffuser supplier, and I had mentioned, I believe, about 4 names. I don't remember all of them right out the bat, but I had did from a process of elimination which one I was going to use and which one I was not going to use based on pricing, based on how fast they were replying to me, and also based on the actual pictures that they were sending to me. And I also ordered the samples and saw and compared the actual product to what I already had and what I wanted to, sell in my shop. So I went with the supplier named Doria. And okay, I was looking at my phone because I wanted to see what is the name of the company, and I cannot pronounce this name. I want to say is Zuhu Z. Okay, never mind. I'll put it on the screen below. Don't order from these people, okay? I'm telling y'all, don't do it. I did it, so you won't do it. So don't order for them, especially somebody named Doria. They probably change their names by the end of this transaction, if they do. Anyways, right? So in that series, I ordered a sample from several people, and then from her was the one that I decided that it was the best option. It was the most economical, and it was a very thick and nice glass, which I have over here. I mean, it's a nice, heavy, sturdy glass. So it was fine when I received it. And I did the order, paid my stuff. The actual container, the vessel itself was 56 cents per container. Like, you can't beat that. So even when I went to Candle Science, these were more expensive. So and in that video I also compare it to Candle Science too. And then this one from Candle Science, this is actually a lot sturdier and just a little bit bigger than the one from Candle Science, just by a few centimeters, not too much, but it is a little bit bigger and a lot heavier glass than the one from Candle Science. So that was, the plus side on that part. So then I ordered 500 because obviously their order quantity is a lot higher. So 500 came out to be, I believe, $280, which was still a lot cheaper than buying it from Candle Science. So I was like, it's a win-win. And then the shipping was, I believe, $498 if I'm doing the math correctly. Let me, make sure. Okay, yes. So the glass is 140 milliliters bottle. So this is a 140 milliliter bottle, and it was $280 for 500, and the shipping fee was $498. So in total, I paid $778 for 500 of these diffusers that came with the gold lid and the little stopper. Okay, if I could get the lid and the stopper. Okay, this will be the gold lid. And then the, the rubber stopper that goes inside, so that when you do ship your liquid inside of the actual vessel, a container, diffuser, whatever, it doesn't spill. So that's what I ordered, right? Perfect. Okay, so it took about 30 something days from the time that I ordered it to the time that I received it. Okay, so I did order a sample, I did speak to them, I did make sure that the pictures that I saw, the pictures that that was on the website was exactly of the actual vessel container. And I also had them send a sample to my supplier that is in China, so that they could make custom boxes for that container, because I am going to sell it as an actual gift box, right? So fine, boom, they get it. I designed the boxes and everything. I still don't have that yet. And I receive my diffuser bottle 35 days or maybe a little bit more later, which was, expected, because I was already waiting for it. I was expecting it to come at that time anyhow. So when I receive my UPS box, which came only three came at the time, and I'll tell you, it was 15 boxes total. And let me tell you, when I received it on the 27th of May, I received 3 boxes total. So I received box 14, box 7, and box 10. Okay, and all of box 10, all of box 7 bottles were broken. Every single one. Like, none of them survived. Okay, and when you see the box, and I'll have the picture, the video of the box, that thing was already broken from before I received it. So I don't even think it broke during transaction. Maybe it did, I don't know. But that box was not even suitable to be shipped, bro. Like, come on. And then I was like, okay. So then when I looked at box 10, was it box 10? Yes. Only 20 from box 10 were not broken. And box 14 only had 21 that were not broken. Mind you, there was supposed to be 36 in each box. So altogether, I received 108 bottles, and out of those 108, 41 were not broken. 41 now from 108. Now I see if 1 or 2 were broken, transit stuff, UPS and all the other stuff, because it goes through ship, rocking and whatnot, breaks your containers, or it might not even break, because I have stuff that came from China before and they have not broken. Anyways, yeah, so that thing was broke. The whole box. Box 7 came completely broken. Box 15 had 20 that were not broken, and box 14 had 21 that was not broken. Only 41 survived. Like, what the heck? And then, right, so when I looked at the boxes, there was no protection whatsoever. So the actual, those little bubble wraps that are supposed to be in your packaging, yeah, those bubbles, that rubber bag did not have any bubble airs, well, air bubbles in those bubbles. They were so bad. Like, let me get an example. Okay, this was the bag that it came in. Like, it came in a bag like this. There was no support whatsoever. There was actually like box number 1. Wait, let me get there. Hold on. So this is what most of them look like. Like this. And if it wasn't like this, it had like broken from the bottom or for here, or the actual collar was missing because it broke throughout transit. So most of them look like that, and I was very upset, to say the least. So, you know, I messaged Doria and I told her about this, and I'll put the transcript right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so you guys can see. I told her the packaging is not good. The bubble wrap plastic is not good at all. There was no cushion. The box was not properly packed to avoid shipping by sea for 30 days. I'm very upset. I'm waiting for the rest. But the packaging is terrible, and I'm not sure why it was sent like this with no support. I'm going to need replacement for all items broken, and no, I'm not going to wait for the next order to get the replacement. So what they want you to do most of the times is order again with them so that you could eat up the cost again for shipping, so that they'll just send you for the next order, so you have to wait 35 to whatever days to get a new shipment of the same thing that they should have did correctly from day 1. Okay, so I told her from the get-go, no, I don't want to order again. I want to be replaced, you know, as soon as possible. So she says, I'm really sorry for the damage. Could you take some pictures and send them to me? So I sent her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos. Wait, 9 videos of the boxes that I received, right? Videos of boxes that I received, and this was on the 27th of May. So, you know, I send it to her or whatever, and then she says, I have checked the video and I'm really sorry. I have clearly asked the warehouse staff to strengthen the packaging before shipping. I will feed the video back to the staff. After the other packages are received, please count the broken bottles and we will actively solve the damage problem for you. Actively solve the problem for me. Okay, so I was still hopeful, naive, but hopeful. And then I told her that I order large shipment from China all the time and the packaging is very good. I'm not sure what happened. I'm waiting for the next shipment, but if all the others were packed like the one I received, I'm sad to say that there might be even more broken bottles. I will wait for the next shipment. At this point, I should have just been like, you know what? If they're broken, we were gonna return them. That's what I should have done. But you know, me being patient, and I waited 35 days already for my shipment. I didn't want to wait another 35 days, so you know, I had accepted the actual container. And then she says each of our products is repackaged separately in bubble bags, which is a mistake, and foam is added, which was not. The bottle itself is relatively large and heavy, which I know, and you know, then that's why that should have been properly packed. And there may be collisions during transportation or delivery, which means you already knew there was going to be collision, so why didn't you package this better? This time the damage is serious. No, really, I want to say something else, but we'll keep it, you know, PG-13. So I responded back. The bubble bags it was packaged are no good. They were old and bubbles had And the bubbles had no air for support during shipment. The box needs more reinforcement, more cushion, and more padding, even cardboard in between each bottle to secure properly. If shipping locally, this method is maybe okay, but to ship overseas from China to the US, it will break. The packaging needs to be better, but I'll wait to see for the other packages. And then she says, I will tell the staff so that we can provide better packaging next time. Please contact me when you receive other packages. And then I say, okay, I will. Thank you, Doria. And then she says, my pleasure. So then the next day, right, UPS comes and they deliver the boxes. And right at the bat, I already heard a few of the boxes when my husband had gone outside to go get them, that they were already, you could hear this in the box. Some of the boxes were already ripped. You could hear this. You should not hear that when you ordering stuff. So then I should have said to UPS, take that thing back, return to sender. I don't want it, but I didn't do that. Okay. So then I tell her, today I received the remaining boxes. 110 bottles total came broken. 110 bottles came broken. Which, oh my God, I forgot to tell her 110 plus those other bottles that came. Anyways, I'm very upset because the packaging was so careless. It was thrown in a box without cushion. It was glass bottles that were not secured. I had exactly 500 collar and one came defective, which was not a big deal. I had 505 inserts, which they put in 5 extras. Anyway, can you please arrange for 110 bottles to be mailed to my address, please? When will I expect shipping for the replacement bottles? Please see the video for how the box was packaged. No foam. It was just thrown in the box. Okay, now, at this point, 110 bottles out of 500. That's not a good probability. Like, that's a lot. So if you come into this situation in which you automatically have a shipment from anywhere that is defective, don't accept the packaging. Tell UPS to return to sender, because this is one tip that I am going to take to the heart, especially if you are home while you are receiving this packaging. Now, if you're not home, then there's no other choice. But if you're home and that thing is broken and you hear it before UPS puts it down, tell them to throw it away. No, don't tell them to throw it away. But tell them to return. Just don't even receive it. Don't even sign for it. Just return. Because especially if you're ordering from overseas, they will try you. Trust me. Trust me. And also another tip I have for you guys is to ask them for a picture of your actual packaging before they send it out to you, so that you'll know how that packaging is going to look like. Because if I would have done that from the beginning, I would have known that those packaging would not survive how they are going to come. And I didn't do that because I assumed, AS made a fool of myself, you and me, that they would know that the packaging from there all the way over here in 35 days would not last that way that they packaged my actual boxes. And the glass that it came in, it was just wrong, so don't. Ask for a packaging video, ask for a packaging picture to make sure that your order is actually how it's supposed to be shipped when you receive it. Because if you don't, then you'll run the risk of me of doing the same thing that happened to me too. So yes, make sure that you ask them for a picture of or a video of your order before it's being shipped to you. And also, if it is broken while UPS is sending it to you and you're home, send it back. Don't take it. send it back. You don't want that. Okay? Especially it's from overseas. Now, I showed her the videos. And I'm very sorry, she says. Could we resend the broken bottles when you order next time or refund you? Really? So you think I'm going to be ordering again from you guys? Hey, no, I am not. Anyways, I already told you that from the day before that I am not going to be ordering anymore. You need to send me the bottles and that's it. And I told her I'm not going to order the next time. I need bottles for my business. So can you arrange to send me the bottles that were broken, please? And then she says, we can give you a refund for the broken bottles. Is this okay? And I told her, Doria, please understand that I already invested money in packaging for those bottles. So I need those bottles to sell. I'm not going to order anymore. I just need the ones that were missing, 110. Thank you. And then she says, I'm really sorry. I will give my boss feedback first and I will get back to you on Monday. I was thinking, because we're a day behind them. A few hours, actually, not a whole day, but a few hours. It's almost like a whole day. It was a Sunday when they received the message, and it was my Saturday. So I thought that, anyways, it was a confusion between me and them about the time, the day. So she says Monday, and I was like, why? And then she says, well, it's a Sunday here. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then I told her to please tell her boss that I just need the bottles. The product is more valuable than the refund for the bottles. I'm not sure why this is so hard. This is not my mistake. The packaging for the products were not well made like your website says. And then I showed her a picture of what the packaging and delivery looks like on their website. And then she says, okay, I will. Hello, including and then this is Monday. Then she responds back and says, hello, including the shipping cost. I applied for a refund of $170. For you. Do you think this is okay? $170. At this point, it was not about the money itself. It's the fact that they did not want to return the bottles. Again, like I told her, that the bottles are a lot more valuable than the actual refund, because I already spent a lot of money on these custom-made boxes that I cannot return because they freaking messed up on the packaging. So if they refund $170, that's like nothing compared to the boxes that I had already purchased. So I'm like, Doria, I wanted the bottles because I already purchased boxes for customers. The refund would not help my customers. The bottles are more valuable than the refund. I said to you before. And I also reminded her that I had sent her a request to send the sample bottle to my supplier that was making the boxes so that they could make the boxes. So she already knew, and I paid her $3 for that shipping. So she already knew that she knows that I'm not lying because I had already given her those $3 so she could send that bottle sample to my box supplier. And then I showed her a video of the boxes that I already had made for the actual bottles. But I don't have the boxes yet. They're still in transit. But my supplier sent me a video of the actual bottle boxes before she sent it out to me. And then she agrees that she was going to send me the actual bottles based on, obviously, I have those boxes that are coming and I need the bottles, like, hello. And so she agrees that her boss says, okay, so they'll send me the 110 bottles. And then she's like, there's a caveat. She didn't say that, but that's probably what she says. I gotta wait another 35 days for those bottles because obviously they're not going to pay to resend me the bottles via shipping express because that is not in their best interest, obviously. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, whatever. I am very, very upset at this point. So, and I told her this is very unfair because they should go out of their way to correct the issue, because it's their fault. If they would have had packaged the whole boxes correctly, we wouldn't be in this situation. I probably would have been ordering again with them. Even if it was only one or two that was broken, I will expect that to happen, because you know they are heavy bottles. So you know, whatever. But it's 110 that broke. 110. I received 108, and out of those, 41 was already broken. I don't think that I counted those 41. Maybe I did. No, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I did the math wrong. I don't know. I think it's 110 that were broken here when I received the second shipment, but not, I didn't add the 41 to it. Anyways, well, I guess I'm going to be at a loss, because they're only thinking that it's 110, and if I change my mind and be like, no, I forgot to add the 41, they're going to be like, oh, you a liar, considering the fact that they lying anyways. Anyhow, right? So she says $170, and she says, okay, yes, they'll resend the stuff, but I had to wait 35 days, and I was upset already. So, you know, I gave her a little bit of an attitude, and then I told her I have no choice but to wait. And then she says, I'm really, really sorry. Not as sorry as me, because you still got your money, but I don't have my product. Anyways, right? So then on the 1st of June, she wrote, hello, there are only 7 to 8 boxes of stock products left in the warehouse. After they are all taken out today, most of them are slightly defective products. The staff only picked out 5 or 6 good products. Products are generally piled up in warehouses, and we only learned about the situation after they were all taken out today. So therefore, meaning that some of the products that I received, because you guys definitely did not check, were already broken before I even received it. Or they are lying and they still got it in their warehouse, and they don't want to send me my products because it's a lot more money to send it out to me than to actually refund the money, because it's a lot easier to just refund $170 as opposed to sending out more product. So anyways, right, she shows me a video of them, I don't know, checking it or looking at it, I don't know, whatever. Anyhow, and then she says, oh, but we found a 200 milliliter product with a similar shape. The height is 117 millimeters, the length is 87 millimeters, the width is 41 millimeters, and the capacity is 200 milliliters. Can this bottle match the size of your customized box? And then she shows me a picture. No, Doria, it would not, because my box has the same size as the other bottle that you sent me. You know damn well this thing is not gonna fit. It's too big. No. The answer is no. So you know I had to take some time to reflect, to think, because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to say some extra words in there, but I didn't, because I wanted to remain professional with these people. So then I respond to her telling her that, Doria, the 200 milliliter bottle is too big for my box. Please look at the video of my box to see. So I sent her my box video of my supplier sending it to me. So I think I got a little bit confused here, because I thought that 7 out of the 8 boxes that they had, they were going to send to me, but it was not. It was only 5 or 6 that they only had, and then she explained that to me. And then I was like, okay, so there's 5 or 6 good ones. All right, so when is your manufacturer going to produce more of these bottles so that you guys could replace the 110 that was broken, that you guys did not pack well from the get-go, so I could have my 110 bottles so I could sell, right? And then she says, what she said, the factory has no production plans in the near future. We contacted domestic suppliers in China, and we did not find a glass bottle of the same size, which is a lie, because I searched before in my previous videos and I found suppliers for that same 140 milliliter bottles, and I also did my research again, and I found other companies on Alibaba that has 140 milliliter bottles of the same kind, so that she could have purchased from them or borrowed or whatever and sent to me, because I found them and I showed it to them. And I told her, you guys are giving me the runaround. I have few suppliers in China with the same bottle. I have a YouTube channel where I made a video with 4 vendors, including yours, and this is how I found your company. I will find another vendor and I will let you know how much they will charge me, because I can't order 110. I have to order 200, so your company can reimburse me for the new bottles that I have to purchase because of your negligence and bad business. I will have to escalate to Alibaba, and I have a lot of proof of the bad packaging. This is so unfair to me. I was going to send more of my followers to your company because of the pricing, but this is no good business. And then she says, we are very sorry for the lost cost to you. We will refund you. No, I need to find a supplier for the product so you can reimburse me for me having to find another to purchase from another vendor. I will have to spend at least $200 for a new bottle plus shipping, and I shouldn't have to go through this. And then she comes back on the 2nd, and then she says the price of the damaged bottles is $175, including shipping costs, and we can refund you $175 for you. And then I'm like, how it went from 170 to 175 all of a sudden? Like, I don't understand. 170 to 170. I mean, it's a $5 difference, but still. You first said 170, now you say 175, so that means you could negotiate. Anyways, right, so I say I'm escalating to Alibaba. I was like, at this point, I was just upset because $175 is not going to pay for another bottle. And I had already looked at other suppliers, and obviously I can't order only 110. So I need to order 200 or whatever the MOQ is in order for me to purchase the adequate amount to supplement for the 110 that I don't have, because your company, Doria, had already messed me up. So I told her that I'm escalating it because I have to pay more than $175, and I wanted to negotiate for $300 because that was the original price that I had already been quoted for, which was $1.56 per bottles, and that ended up being $300, and that was not even including shipping. So that's what I told her, right? So then she says, okay, right? So then I've been disputing this back and forth with them through the Alibaba.com trade assurance thing, right? You guys, trade assurance does not help you at all. It is mostly for the actual seller of Alibaba. And I understand why they have that in place, because in the past they used to have customers where they would actually lie and say that they never received the product when they actually did, or they will say that the product is defective when it was really not defective, and then a lot of sellers were losing out because there was customers that were, you know, sabotaging and scamming the sellers. But those sellers, but those customers were way less than an actual seller that is actually scamming an actual person who is spending their money. So it's terrible for Alibaba to use a trade assurance to only help the seller and not the buyer. So we went back and forth, me and this company, back and forth. I'll put the name of the company. Well, I'll probably leave it on the screen so you guys can see the entire name every single time I talk about them. Anyways, yeah, so I escalated it. We went back and forth between me and them. I kept on showing them videos after videos after videos of everything that was broken and how the packaging came. And these people were like, yeah, but there is foam packaging on top and on the bottom. No, there was not, because my packaging didn't come like that. And I even had a box, the first box in the whole entire packaging, which was a little box, all broken with all the bottles just piled in there. It wasn't even divided or laid down properly. It was all in there, like just thrown with bags. Like, who says that a bubble wrap will actually secure bottles literally like this, thrown in a bag? And this came from that same box. So in that box, they all look like this. How exactly is that supposed to be something that it was my fault, right? So so I was at this point, you know what, forget it, I'm escalating it even further, right? And I showed them the proof and everything, and then I found a supplier that will sell me the same bottles, the same pricing, but I had to order 200, so the total price was $272. including shipping, right? So I tell them this in my last complaint, and I'll show you. And this is what Alibaba responded back to me. I'm going to skip the top part because the top part is mostly telling me to go online to go see the resolutions. Okay, so this is Betty, and I'm glad to be at your service. The current status of your claim on trade assurance number blah 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 is waiting for you to respond. For further cooperation, seller offered $175 partial refund without returning goods. Do you agree? Because there are 110 bottles damaged, USD 175 is calculated according to the damaged ones and the corresponding shipping fee. According to platform rule, we also refund according to the damage quantity. If you cannot accept USD 175 refund, as the package has been signed, we could not simply ask the seller to agree with the refund request according to our trade assurance rules. In order for us to help you reduce your loss, you need to raise an official complaint with the local shipping company and provide reference number. Why do I have to go through my local shipping department when they had nothing to do with the shipping that they did? Like, the shipping was not even there, the packaging wasn't even right for shipping. So that has nothing to do with my shipping provider. So why should I do that? Anyways, with the reference number, seller should ask the shipping company in China to start an official investigation. That has nothing to do with anything. Please kindly reply me with 2 working days so that I can help you further. Otherwise, Alibaba may close the dispute with no refund. Have a nice day. Best regards, Betty. What the hell? Like, I was so upset, right? Because clearly she's just undermining me. And I could tell it didn't even look at the videos that I sent. And then the worst part is when they escalated this to the actual seller, and then he or she wrote the whole thing in Chinese, so I wouldn't understand it. That's deceptive as I don't know what. Like, why would you do that? You know I can understand that. I'm writing to you in the language that you could understand. What if I would have been writing it in some other language that you couldn't understand? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. So they wrote it in Chinese so I wouldn't understand. The only thing that I saw was the numbers 110, 175, whatever. That's all the numbers that I saw. So I'm like, that is so rude. Like, why would you do that? That is deceptive already and untrustworthy. So, you know, I went on and I replied. And then I told you guys that I had already gotten a quote for $272. So I attached that to this. And I also attached a lot of stuff that they obviously did not even look at. They didn't even see anything else other than what the seller said, which is 110 bottles. And that's basing it off of what I said. It's not even, they didn't even make sure that all the 110 bottles. I could have said it was 100. I could have said it was 200 bottles, and they would have been like, okay, it's 200 bottles. So I could have said whatever. But the thing is that Alibaba dispute, trade assurance, whatever you want to call it, is not for the buyer. It is for the seller. So if you are running into a dispute with them, you ain't gonna win. You're not gonna win, regardless of the fact they will always side with the seller, and that is completely wrong. And then there are situations in which it can be correct, but in this one I don't think, and you know, obviously I'm speaking because it is me, it is not correct. It is a negligence on the seller, the company's part, because they did not package my stuff correctly. If they would have packaged it correctly and then when I received it, it was broken because of transit, that's another issue. Then I would obviously dispute it with UPS, but it was not a UPS issue. It was a packaging issue. So this is what I told Betty. Betty, you're insulting me. My problem is not to ask the company to escalate with their shipping warehouse. That's the supplier responsibility to have a warehouse that does their job correctly. What's the point in uploading evidence and videos if Alibaba would never side with the customer? Did you see all the boxes I received that were broken? They lied. I found another supplier that has the same bottles. I attached the payment link to this dispute. The total price is $272 US, and I have to wait another 35 days. I also have to purchase 200 bottles because the new company has an MOQ of 100. Doria company should refund the cost of new goods I have to pay because they owe me for my time. I have to wait again, and for the money I have to pay again. They need to refund me the money I have to pay another supplier for the same bottles. They say that it is not manufactured, which is a lie. Betty, look at all the evidence. This company is not truthful. Alibaba always sides with the company and never with the customer. This is unfair to customers. I want to cry because I'm so mad I have to pay more, and this company is getting away with doing this to customers with no repercussions. So if Doria and her company says that my items are worth $5, then that's what Alibaba believes, and that's not right. There should be a place to meet in the middle for both the supplier and the customer to be okay. I'm not okay with $175. I'm okay with the company paying for $272 for the same bottles. I already told the company that I'd rather to return all the bottles to the return address for all my money back through my bank for all $778. I'm trying to avoid that because here in the US I have that right to return everything. Please reconsider. Alibaba, see my evidence because I'm right. I also will appreciate if the supplier response is in English so I can understand. That's rude that they wrote the response to you in Chinese where I can understand. Another sign of untrustworthy. So at this point, I'm just waiting for them to respond, and I did this today. Yeah, today. So to say that I'm upset is a understatement. But my experience with this company, and again, the name is on the bottom, is that my tip to you again is that there are some cases in which even if you do follow the proper protocols and you do have set some balances out so that you won't get scammed, there are times when you will get scammed. People is like, there's people out there who are not trustworthy. They just out there just to make $1 out of your money, and they don't care out of the outcome. They only care what they receive. And I mean, it wasn't a significant amount of money that I lost, but compared to the packaging that I purchased, if I had not purchased those packaging already, then I would have probably just taken those $175 because I did not have packaging already. But I already have packaging. So to replace all of those bottles that I have broken, is, you know, it's a lot. So $175 is not going to make that okay. Like, they should be able to refund, purchase another bottles, because I found it and they said they don't make them anymore. That's a lie. So they should have been able to refund me that. But they refuse because to them it's a lot more money to return the goods than the actual money. And that's not fair to me as a customer because I already bought the actual boxes for those diffuser bottles. So, and they don't care. They don't care. So that made me like 125, maybe even more % wary of doing business with them because of this. And it's mostly because of the trade assurance, because trade assurance on Alibaba.com does not help the buyer or, you know, you as the customer. It does not. It really does not. And it's very upsetting. And I also, you know, research stuff on the internet, and I went to the Better Business Bureau, and obviously they're not on there as a Better Business Bureau company because they're not based out of the US. But there was a lot of complaints, you guys, and their rating is an F, and they're not even on that list. So yeah. And it's not to say that there are not companies out there that are good that works in Alibaba.com, but because there is, and I've used some of them. But if your website is is your website is rated an F on BBB, then you know that's terrible. That's not good. And I was reading a lot of the complaints that they had. I mean, some of the complaints were ridiculous, where, I mean, come on, really, you should not be doing business outside of Alibaba, because obviously they're definitely not going to side with you on that one. And a lot of them did that. They pay them through wire transfer, and then, you know, it's a lot of stuff. You could go ahead and read that yourself. But some of them were valid. Like, come on. Like, it's not that hard. And if you are someone who does business, and if you are someone that knows right from wrong, then you should be able to see who is wrong and who is right. Like, they packaged my stuff wrong. It wasn't even packed correctly to begin with. It was just like, they already knew it was going to happen. So they were like, you know what, let me just, she'll get it and whatever. She'll be okay. We'll just refund her for the ones that are broken. That's it. That's not how it works. That's bad business. Like, no. Like, no. Anyways, I'll do an update regarding about what they respond to me, which probably will be either you take 175 or you don't, or that's it. So hopefully I get a positive response that they do agree with $272, and then I get to get my bottles without extra cost, even though the extra cost will be $97. But still, I shouldn't be paying no $97 anyways, because I already paid $778 from the beginning. So yeah, y'all need to pay for that, Doria and your company that I cannot pronounce. Anyways, if you like this video and you need to give me a few of pointers, let me know what I did wrong, because you know I probably did a whole bunch of things wrong. Whew. But yeah, just let me know down in the description box below. Let me know sympathies. Please bring some sympathies my way. Prayers. Hopefully they will sign with me, but I doubt that. Anyways, you know, if you like this video, comment, like, and subscribe. Share it. And hasta la próxima. Bye, mi gente bella.